What's going on, guys? Welcome to the June 8th, 2020 edition of WWE Raw, sponsored to you by commercials. Plenty and plenty of commercials. We are your hosts, Nikazoid, a.k.a. Arrow.
It's your boy Fizz, but you know about that Jay Fizzle.
And this is Indie Pro Wrestler OB Times, a.k.a. Blue. What's going on?
All right, guys. So Raw, as y'all know, it's 3 hours long. None of us were trying to watch this boring show for that long, okay? So here's how we're going to do this. Each of us is going to cover an hour of Raw. That way you guys don't have to watch this episode. We're going to save you some time, all right? I'm going to cover the first hour. We're starting now. Just to kind of give a feel of what was going on, we had the Peep Show returning tonight with Edge. The Street Profits still aren't defending tag team championships for whatever the reason is. The VIP Lounge was going to be featuring Bobby Lashley. And we were supposed to open up with Asuka versus Charlotte Flair. We'll get to that later. Asuka came out first, and then Sasha Banks and Bayley came out. There was a bunch of promos going on. Charlotte did end up coming out, and then the Iconics came out. Obviously, this is to build a triple threat tag team match as our opener, which was kind of disappointing because I wanted Asuka and Charlotte to open the show. But we got a pretty okay tag team match. It was okay. I mean, Asuka, she showcased why she was the best wrestler in the ring. The Iconics got a little bit of offense. They're going to be in the Backlash Championship match, so I guess that's why they featured them. It was okay. It was an all right way just to get things going for the night. Charlotte was going for the moonsault for the win. Asuka tagged her, and that was their little theme for the night, was to tag each other back and forth to try to one-up each other. Charlotte goes for the moonsault. Asuka tags, and she gets the Asuka lock for the win. What I will say is one funny thing about the entire match was Charlotte gave her a super slap to Billie Kay, right? And Billie Kay was like, "Oh my God!" And then Charlotte right afterwards was like, "Oh my God!" That was pretty funny. Like that was pretty funny how she mocked her. So it wasn't bad. Wasn't anything special. We were getting a recap after this of Rey Mysterio's retirement from last week. Seth Rollins and the Disciples are pure gold. I love them. Seth Rollins actually made his way down to the announcement team. He took the headset from Byron Saxton because, Byron Saxton's a punk, and he gave him his headset. So Seth Rollins was doing some talking when Rey Mysterio was appearing on the Titantron from home with his mask on with one eye was covered like this. This is how I'm going to talk to you guys for the rest of the segment, okay? So Rey Mysterio, he is a legend, guys, but I'm going to tell you right now, for some reason, like Blue said, he has got to figure out how to bring that passion out of his promos because he does sound like he's reading right from the script. The last time I saw passion with Rey Mysterio and it was truly believable was, rest his soul, but Eddie Guerrero. When, he was going through that time, that was a real thing that you could feel from Rey Mysterio. I want to feel it. Like, every time it's, hey, Holmes, you mess with my family, man. I'm going to get you, Holmes. I promise. Seth Rollins. There is a 619 with your name on it.
Brought to you by
Thank you.
Books.
Because we had, with all the talking I did, we had about 5 commercials, okay? So the segment did what it needed to.
And the whole thing about it is he said he gonna beat him up with the 619. Like, the 619 is such a devastating move. Like, what? Bro, you gotta come up with something different than that.
Dominic, honestly, he showed more intensity in the promo last week than his father. And that shouldn't happen. Like the eye for an eye coming from the Bible verse, I like that. Dominic showed a lot of passion in the couple, seconds that he had. He took advantage of it. While Seth Rollins was talking, because he was telling him he's going to invite Rey and Dominic to the show next week to, really let them know that his sacrifice wasn't in vain, because he was explaining, he was like, look, I gave you a chance. I gave you a chance to retire a champion, a hero, and a legend, but you just couldn't do that. So he had to sacrifice him. You know, it was all good. While Seth Rollins was talking, he was jumped by Aleister Black to set up the next match that we had, which was Aleister Black and Humberto Carrillo versus the Disciples, Murphy and Austin Theory. There wasn't too much to say about the match. It was short. Aleister Black won after he ran up the top rope and gave like a top rope black mass to Austin Theory, I believe it was, and got the pin. That after that, the good part happened. I will say there was a good part to this. Aleister Black got jumped by Murphy and Seth Rollins and Austin Theory, and Humberto he got handled. He was gone, and you know, he got hit with the knee from Murphy. He got hit with Murphy's Law, and the Monday Night Messiah himself finished him with the Stomp. A lot of people are complaining about his music. They say he should have the Burn It Down theme. It doesn't fit with the character he has right now. So guys, come on. Like, the theme that he's using goes along with it. I like the theme. Don't at me, okay? Don't care. We then had Randy Orton backstage telling Charlie Caruso that there might be a second person in the Peep Show, which is where we're heading to. The Peep Show actually wasn't bad. Christian he dug into Edge's ass. Like, me and Blue were talking about it. He was saying that he's running on fumes. He doesn't think he can do it. He couldn't even pull off a greatest match in his prime. Like, he was going in on Edge, and I'm like, damn, like, whoa, you know, Christian, y'all supposed to be cool. Even I was like, damn, I wonder where they're going with this. But Edge started going into the, you know, you don't understand the pressure that I have, and, you know, how nervous he is and stuff. And he started tearing up, and he got that fire in his eyes. Like we've seen Edge have before, where he really gets that fire going. And Christian was like, that's what I want. That is who I believe in. We all believe in you. Da-da-da-da-da. Randy Orton comes out. He cuts a classic Randy Orton promo, which is always good. When Randy Orton's in full heel mode, his promos, they're amazing. I have nothing bad about it. He just said, all you guys say is you think. Let me tell you one thing I know. It was good. It was really good. That was the first top of the hour. All in all, it was just really distracting because there was so much commercial time. Raw, y'all really need to think about cutting this down to 2 hours, because there was just so many commercials in the middle of matches where we needed to see that action going. So I know it's not going to happen, but either y'all cut the show down an hour, or, man, y'all got to really think about cutting these commercials, because for this to be a go-home show to Backlash, which is only 6 days away, we need a little more wrestling over just talking. And that's the first hour of the show. Viz, let's go ahead and kick it into hour 2.
All right, so this was hour 2. So what ended up cutting next, MVP basically had an interview. And basically he was talking about how Bobby Lashley is basically going to win this match. Basically with the full Nelson. Bobby Lashley, just to me, should be like the strong, overpowered guy. But then making him now this submission type person, I get it. He does have a mixed martial arts background and referencing to, he's part of Bellator, right?
Yeah.
Correctly. But just going to this full Nelson thing, I'm like, man, let him be the overpowering guy he is, the strong man that he is. Which I get it. He's fighting against Mcintyre for the WWE belt, but this full Nelson thing, I don't know why I'm just turned off about that. But R-Truth just came out of nowhere, was looking for a hiding spot. He ended up getting beat up for a little bit. That was basically just a segment, which I was kind of real disappointed in, into this whole MVP Bobby Lashley type thing. They even made a joke about that later on, getting to that later down the line. Next thing, they got into the Street Profits versus the Viking Raiders. This whole triathlon thing that they did, there were turkey leg eating, sword fighting, which that was kind of somewhat okay funny, but it was corny. There was a dance-off, hurdles, which, they ran through that. Shot put, sprint, then there was archery. Overall, the whole segment just was cheesy to me. Like, it wasn't anything where I was, like, laughing like the last promos they did. But they're apparently tied now before Backlash. Come on, man. Street Profits, I like their comedic background and who they are, but I just wasn't into it this time. Like, it was just another wasteful segment. Then it got into the Apollo Crews, talking about who he's going to fight for Backlash, because there was a triple threat match that was coming up versus it was Andrade, Angel Garza, and Kevin Owens. The match started off being basically a handicap match. Garza and Andrade, I have a brain fart of his name. Basically, they're part of Selena Vega's clients. That match felt like it was going on forever and ever, to the point where they literally had 4 or 5 commercials for the whole match. Like, it was just apparently too long. If I got this correct, Angel Garza accidentally hit Selena Vega. Andrade got mad. That's when they started, like, now no longer being tagged in a handicap match, but now a triple threat match. Kevin Owens finally got this stunner. Luckily, as he's going for the pin, Andrade pushed him out the way and got the pin. So now it's going to be Apollo Crews versus Andrade for Backlash.
Again.
Once again, Andrade in a scene for a U.S. title. I actually wanted to see Kevin Owens. I don't know why. I feel like that would have been like a better match to me. It could have been better even with Angel Garza, like, just being real with it. Give him a shot, even though, he just transitioned from NXT onto Raw. Been up there for about like 2 or 3 months, but still give him a better chance. But again, Andrade. Next, Charlotte Flair does a quick interview. She explains how, because she was actually questioned, she was like, so what do you have next? And literally, she said that, she already elevated NXT. That was her goal, to elevate NXT. So that's the reason why she wanted to be a NXT Women's Champion on the show. It wasn't a defeat. It was bringing the flair back to NXT. Then Asuka comes out, and she did her little thing, and then Charlotte Flair says, "Can you be serious? Like, when are you going to be serious?" And Asuka literally slaps the shiitake mushrooms out of her face and just walked away. And to me, like, that was something I want to see from Asuka. Like, I love how she's comedic. I love how she does her little, like, random things. That's her character. Like, it brings life to her character. But that slap and that still frame of, like, I'm still champ, you ain't gonna talk to me like that persona. Good job, Asuka. Yeah. I'm really tired of Charlotte Flair. We know that she may win because of this trying to beat Flair record thing. Afterwards, Kurt Angle was next for an interview, basically asking who do you think is going to win when it comes to Edge versus Randy Orton. He explained nicely. He explained how, like, right now they have chemistry. He was going back into, like, the matches in the past that were Hall of Fame chemistry matches. He even went to the point talking about Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. I'm equating it to that. So, but he 100 believes that Edge is going to win because, in his words, it's true. It's damn true. So I'm going to be real with it. I believe Randy Orton's going to win because I'm just a Randy Orton guy. I'm a Randy Orton guy. And then, here we go again. Viking Raiders, once again, asked McIntyre, do you want to be a Viking Raider? I simply said next. Because it was a dumb promo, once again, like, wasted time. I might as well should have saw 3 more commercials before I saw that. But
no more.
I'm just being real. It was a waste of a promo. I get it. It was for like them coming out so they can set up that match that they were gonna have next. But it was a waste. Then it leads into MVP interview with McIntyre, which technically should have been Bobby Lashley, but it was for McIntyre, the MVP's VIP lounge. McIntyre basically said he was ready. And then they tried to pull one of those smooth ones where Bobby came out and he was like, hold up, what was that for? MVP tried to do some type of like hit or whatever. And then McIntyre hits MVP. Bobby sits there in the ring like, and then all of a sudden the Viking Raiders and Street Profits come out and it sets it up for the next match. 1 hour, 1 match, really Raw. Like, I just don't like Raw. I'd rather see SmackDown. And NXT, I like NXT, but the story writing right now for me, for Raw, and even for the past, like, year so far, I'm tired of seeing this 3-hour show and only 4 matches, like 5 matches max. Come on, guys. But overall, I'm just waiting to see Backlash and see what all the hype about all this stuff going on to now what Backlash is going to see. So that's hour 2 for me. What you got, Obi Toms?
Hour 3. I guess it wasn't. I guess the last match was probably the best out of hour 3, and Raw really has to change up these matches. They need more matches. I don't know how in the world you got only 5 matches in a 3-hour span. Like a match can go like 12 minutes, and you can have like a few 5-minute matches in a 12 match, and you like I usually I'm like used to seeing around 8-9 matches in a 3-hour span, but five like
this is their go home show for Backlash. That's unacceptable.
Exactly, and I don't know what's going on. But we had Bobby Lashley MVP and the Viking Raiders, and what a long match for absolutely nothing. Like it was just a long match for nothing. It was just a filler match basically, and it's one of those matches to get you ready for Backlash because you had the 2. They had the tag champs out there and the people that they're supposed to be going against, but they're coming out with each other. And then you have McIntyre sitting out there just for like the end of the match. And it was just a filler match. Nothing really too crazy. It was a standard long tag match. And then you had Bobby Lashley and McIntyre kind of bump heads a little bit and stuff like that. They really didn't do much. And I think Lashley had the full Nelson on the Viking Raiders. Let's get to the better match of this hour, which was Asuka. And these girls are killing it. The girls are killing it in WWE once again. They're like their moves are crisp. They're actually looking like it's a contest. They're pushing and pulling. They're fighting each other. Very, very good match, and it wasn't too long, wasn't too short, because these are 2 fierce competitors that are trying to be the best, and that's what it looked like. And one of the highlights of the match was Charlotte tried to do a spear, but Asuka came with a knee and they flipped, and that was pretty dope. Yeah, that was a very, very great move. And you're like, hold up, what happened? And they showed the replay. You're like, oh, and they're like,
Yeah.
It looked devastating. I loved it. That was one of the best sequences I've seen all night. And then after that, you had Charlotte hit the spear. Then I think Asuka kicked out of that one. And then what do you know? Nia Jax has to come out and do something. She got to do something on the show. she got to hurt somebody sometime. And she distracts Asuka. And I like how they did this because you got Charlotte who's doing the heel thing, and all she does is just one good move on the face when they're not looking, blindside. That's it. And that was the match. 1, 2, 3. She had a big boot. And that was good. Like that was the best match of hour 3. Well, there's only 2 matches, but hey, yeah. They gotta do something with these hours, bro. Like every hour, at least like 3 to 4 matches, man. Like some, and they have to have some segments in there, some promo segments in between these matches to make me invested in what I want to see in Backlash. Because right now, I could care less about Backlash. I really could. Like it's ridiculous. They gotta do something.
Well, let's do a quick rating. For some reason, I'm getting a warning that says 1 minute. I think Zoom has changed now back to 40 minutes. So let's do a quick ratings and yeah.
3.
I get an ass of 2.5.
Yeah, I got to give it 2.5 as well. It was terrible.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I tried to find something. The women's match is really what kind of gave it to me to go to a 3, like, because I was going to give it a 2, but that women's match really saved it. There's an ongoing theme before we end this. The women, every time we have a review, the women are always doing outstanding. So women, keep it up, man. Keep it up. That was the match of the night, the main event. That was match of the night.